This is the new, improved Rotamaster, automation for rotary blade grinding. Another first for Bernhard and Company, makers of Express Dual and Anglemaster reel mower sharpening systems. Rotamaster is supported on its own cabinet base, giving an ergonomic working height. Sharpening happens within the enclosed hood, safely away from the operator. All major controls are easily accessible from the front of the machine, and a precision balancer is provided for pre- and post-grinding balance. Within the cabinet base is a storage shelf, a reservoir for the mist coolant system, and an industrial vacuum for the collection of dust and grinding debris. Let's release the hood and take a look at the working area of the machine. A powerful 1.5 horsepower motor drives an 8-inch by 1-inch grindstone. Excellent visibility is provided by the built-in task light. Grindstone rotation is selectable in either direction to enable the sharpening of both left-hand and right-hand cutting rotary blades. The motor is mounted to a bridge which is adjustable up and down for setting of the blade angles and to allow for stone wear. Mist coolant is delivered via a flexible hose through which both volume and power are adjustable. Dust and debris collectors are positioned to both sides of the grindstone so that the vacuum hose can be quickly connected to deal with left or right-handed blades. Blades of up to 36 inches long can be simply located and mounted in the quick-acting vise arrangement. Release the detents and the vise is easily transferred from side to side of the carriage for left or right-handed blades. It is easily moved along the carriage according to the length of the blade to be sharpened, and locked in position by the locking knob. The whole assembly moves smoothly in and out on sealed ball bearings for the straightest and most accurate grind. Infeed of the blade against the grindstone is controlled by a hand wheel which, in automatic mode, is progressively indexed with each passage of the carriage until reaching an adjustable stop, where indexing automatically ends. The vise jaws are opened against spring pressure using the control lever. The blade is located over the spring-loaded cone. The lightest, most damaged end of the blade should always be ground first. The front of the blade sits on the front rest that surrounds the grindstone. The blade is pushed down until the edge to be ground is horizontal. This also pushes down the spring-supported rear blade rest. The vise control lever is then released so that the blade is securely clamped in position. Tighten the two wing knobs to lock the rear blade rest position. With the carriage in its fully out position, loosen the locking knob on the side of the vise plate and move the blade with the vise plate until the blade tip is around a 1/2 inch clear of the grindstone. Retighten the locking knob. Now set the grind length for the blade. Move the carriage fully out. Loosen the locking knob and extend the depth stop on the side of the carriage towards the grindstone. Move the carriage in to the required length of the grind, pushing the stop back to the correct setting. Finally, retighten the locking knob. Check that the blade is going into the correct depth. Loosen the locking knob beneath the carriage and adjust the pivoting top tray of the carriage, setting the angle so that the edge of the blade to be ground moves parallel to the grindstone. Retighten the locking knob. If necessary, match the grind angle by adjusting the height of the grindstone. Unlock the motor bridge using the knob on the left-hand side of the machine. Raise or lower the bridge so that the grindstone matches the original angle of the blade. Then securely lock the bridge in position again. Position the dust collector to catch the maximum sparks and debris as they come off the blade during grinding. The mist coolant nozzle should be pointed towards the blade, just in front of the grindstone. Now, close the hood and we're ready to grind. Release the E-stop and start the grindstone, using the left-hand button for grinding blades mounted to the left of the grindstone, or the right-hand button for those mounted to the right. Switch on the vacuum. Begin moving the carriage manually, in and out, running the blade past the grindstone. Wind the carriage across to start lightly grinding. Now make any minor adjustments to the angle of the pivoting tray to ensure that the blade edge is running parallel to that of the grindstone before pulling the traverse engagement knob to start automatic grinding. Position the in-feed side stop clear of the carriage to set the amount of metal to be removed from the blade. Select the direction of auto infeed so that the blade will automatically index with every pass of the carriage until that stop is reached. Once auto index has ceased, in-out traverse will continue to clean up the blade. At this point, back the blade off from the grindstone. Stop auto traverse, switch off the vacuum and press the E-stop to stop the grindstone. To grind the other end of the blade, open the vise, turn the blade around, then position and re-clamp as before. Place the magnetic hot guard over the freshly ground end of the blade to avoid contact with the sharp, hot edge. Repeat the grinding process without changing any stop positions. To confirm balance of the finished blade, place it over the cone of the blade balancer and slide the magnetic collar against the back of the blade to hold it in position. To confirm the balance, the blade can be rotated through 180 degrees and checked again. Remove the blade from the balancer and the job is done. The blade is sharp, balanced, and ready to use. Rotamaster gives you the means to grind perfect blades automatically, time after time, with minimal supervision. Rotamaster eliminates operator inconsistency and fatigue, and speeds up overall jobs dramatically. It also improves health and safety, and cuts costs of maintenance by eliminating out-of-balance problems, therefore reducing bearing noise and the replacement of belts and blades. The proof is in the grass. Blades sharpened regularly on Rotamaster produce healthier, green, uniform turf, and that's the real product we all strive for, better-looking turf.